What is up, everybody? It's your boy Mike, back at it again with another episode of the Two Nerds Talk podcast. I'm joined here by my boy Aryan,
Oh yeah.
and we have something very special for you guys today. We are joined by a special guest known as none other than Larry. What is up, Larry?
Oh, it's so nice to be here. I've been waiting for this moment. Like, I've been listening to your guys' podcasts, and I skipped the League of Legends one.
Yo, what?
I mean, based.
But, like,
This is fine.
I'm pretty sure I watched, like, or not watch, I listened to all the other ones. I'm so hyped to be here, guys.
Yo. I appreciate the support, brother.
Yeah, the pleasure's all ours for having you on. Such a long-time supporter of the show.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
Do you wanna? It is your first time being here, so I'm not sure if you want to start off with a topic or if you want one of us to start with a
actually, I
topic
do-
and then we can go to you.
I do have something to say. One of your previous episodes, you mentioned my poop calendar.
We did. That was in fact a
We
topic
did.
that arose.
So, what's that all about? Why are you trying to expose me?
He's just gonna give us like DMCA fucking
Yeah.
court documents.
I'm
We're
kidding.
done. The
I'm
podcast's
kidding.
over.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Actually, that was like, me and Mike were just talking. Mike talks about his old manager from Party City sends Mike pictures of his poop.
What?
Yeah, just
So,
like in the toilet.
We
Every
were
once in a
talking-
while, you get a little corner of like ball in there. So
Nah.
So like,
yeah.
that's completely whack. But Mike brought that up. Then we started talking about poop, and then Mike's talking about like that just came up, and then we're like, hold up, didn't Larry have some poop calendar? And then his younger brother, I think he said like your younger brother didn't poop for like 3 or 4 days sometimes, and then that just like became a topic.
Yeah.
I don't remember saying that about my younger brother, but
Wait, that's not true.
Can we dox your younger brother? Which younger brother?
I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Like,
No,
I
I'm
heard
so
that,
sure
and I
you
was
mentioned that.
wait. So, my younger brother, one of them, didn't poop in 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So our
something like that.
we were. I had brought up my manager sending me photos of his poo because he had like just done it, like while Aryan and I were in a call, and then so
Yes.
Aryan was like, "Bro, that happens so often." And then I started talking about butt wipes.
Yeah. Okay.
which-
That's where I was gonna
and,
go
and,
to
and,
next.
and this is all like off podcast that we were talking about this. I know that we talked about it on podcast, and then Aryan was like, "Yo, that's wild. Like, how many times like do you poop a day? Like, what's normal for you?" And I'm like, "I don't know, 2 or 3." And then Aryan was like, "I remember Larry saying something about his brother having like a poop calendar." And then Aryan went to like find it in your like chat or whatever, and he
Wait,
couldn't.
you said that?
Yeah, Aryan said
Yeah,
that. Aryan
that
brought
brought
up
it
the
up.
poop
Okay.
calendar. Because it was with Aryan that you had mentioned the poop calendar, Larry.
Yeah.
And then I guess he couldn't find your brother's, and instead he just found yours. So
Uh-huh.
that's what we talked about in lieu of your brother's.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Listening to that, I was just delivering like pizzas, right? And I just normally listen to my podcasts while I'm driving, because like what else am I gonna do? It's either that or music.
Yeah.
So podcasts, I feel like it's like kind of like more informative,
Mhm.
and they're fun.
We get them hard hitting educational
Oh, yeah.
topics on
Oh,
the
yeah.
Ours
Talk
is
podcast. You're just walking up to
that
someone's door, you're
conversation
like,
was
"Here,
like
your-
hilarious.
yeah, here your total is gonna be 42.97. Meanwhile, in the background, you're just Mike yelling about shit.
Hilarious.
Exactly.
I just want to apologize real quick in
Exactly.
case
Same
anything's.
016.
Ooh, that's freaking yikes. I just want to apologize real quick. I am currently eating baked beans for dinner.
This lizard over here eating
So-
baked beans.
There's Lizard over here eating baked beans. So if it does pick up anything on my mic, I do apologize.
Yeah.
So Mike, what motivated you to wipe your ass back to front?
Actually,
It's just what I've always done.
no one
Who
taught,
taught
you
you that
correctly.
way?
I
Who
don't know.
taught you that? Did
I
your
don't think
dad
anyone.
teach
I
you
don't
that?
think. I don't think anyone taught me how to wipe my ass. I think I, like those fucking like memes online where it's like you fucking 2005 sitting in front of Teletubbies gaining consciousness. It's just like how I. It's just how I've always wiped my.
Okay, so
butthole.
it was like an instinctual thing passed on genetically.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm the peak human form because I wipe back to front. You know, you people on the other hand, you're gonna die out in the apocalypse.
All right, all right.
And
You
did
guys going to
mention
EDC?
I'm not.
What's that?
EDC Electric Daisy Carnival. It's just like this EDM festival happening in Orlando.
I
don't-
not. Are you?
Yeah, it's in 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm
It
super
seems
hyped.
like- haven't you been to like so many concerts and music
Dude, I've been-
festivals in this?
I haven't been to any music festivals, but I have been to like raves. I think I've went to a concert,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've gone to the club a few times.
Okay.
And might I say, Lib Mike is a piece of shit.
Never been there. I don't plan on it.
Knight's Library, horrible, bro. The floors are always wet, and if you drop,
Yeah.
I saw this picture, and it was this kid. He's like, "Hey, did you lose your ID here?" And it was like posted on the Snapchat, and it was covered in like this liquid, this dirty
I
liquid.
saw that on the school story. It's so
What?
gross.
It's disgusting, bro.
Dude. Awful. I mean, I doubt that Bounce House is much better, to be honest. But I don't know.
They're all
It's-
mid.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
Well, yeah,
out
there's.
of the
No, you go.
yeah, I was gonna ask like out of the rave, the club, and I think you mentioned one other thing. Like, what was the best out of this?
Oh, dude, the raves here in Orlando, they're like some downtown here.
Mm.
They're really fun because just they play that crazy EDM shit you've never heard, but like somehow goes so hard.
Like you think you own me, maybe?
Yeah, you
Oh, bro.
No, no.
Dang, that was good.
Are you
That-
in the mosh pit, freaking getting lit?
Sometimes.
Are there moshes at a rave?
Once or twice.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like if there's enough people and the song's hype enough, for sure.
Yeah.
Did you say you
But-
had like a?
A
Like
bomb?
raves, I say would be at the top, but I think EDC is gonna top that by 1,000,000. Cause there are like crazy. They have like carnival rides there, and like there's so many different artists pulling up. It's crazy. There's just so many people. I'm hyped.
I
Oh,
just,
there's
I
some-
just,
Oh, yeah.
I just gotta interrupt right quick. This is breaking news, dropped 4 hours ago, but this is the first time I've seen it. Jay Schlatt, Minecraft YouTuber, has shaved his head
No
bald.
way.
Why?
That seems like an edit.
I don't.
Yeah,
no,
it
it's
looks-
not. I mean, it probably is, but like,
I mean, that looks funny at least.
I don't doubt him.
that's wild.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Did you see Shaq? Like, did you go see Shaq?
Oh,
for
dude.
Homecoming?
DJ Diesel.
DJ Diesel pulled up to Orlando for this football game, and I didn't.
That we
go.
lost.
Yeah, we lost, and I wasn't able to make it to DJ Diesel. We were late.
Bro.
Damn, El Bozo.
It was. Did you see him?
I woke up like after he had started, so I'm like, no,
Oh.
it's not worth it because I wasn't going to the game anyway. I was going to see Spirited Away in theaters, which was phenomenal, by the way. I really enjoyed that. So I'm like, if I go see DJ Diesel, I'm gonna have to freaking come back home, shower, and do fucking everything to get ready to see the movie.
Yeah. True.
And if I went to the football game, I would have had to leave like halftime probably because it started at noon, or was it 1? It was noon, right?
It started like at 10:30.
The game? No,
Oh, I
DJ
thought you were talking
Diesel
about-
started.
I thought.
No, the actual game. No, yeah, because if I had gone to the game, then I would have had even
Yeah, I
less
think
time.
it was noon.
Which the game this week, Space Game, you're going right?
When is it?
Saturday at 3.
No, I can't. I got EDC.
Is EDC like a whole day thing?
It's a 3-day thing.
Damn, that's big.
Yeah.
So, you're not gonna sleep for 3 days?
Nah, it's like I think it runs from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. for the 3
All 3
days.
days. Dang.
Yeah.
You got a whole squad going with you?
Yeah, I got the whole squad lined up.
That's
I
big.
remember you saying like last year, like you had a bunch of friends who were all into making music. Like are also making beats and stuff.
Last year.
Or at least I don't know, you just found people to like make beats with.
Oh yeah. I got a couple musical friends.
Yo.
That's
They're
big.
they're pretty cool. One of them, like knows how to do guitar because he like took classes and shit, so he's really good.
Hmm.
And then one of them is really good with like piano and guitar. And I want to be a drummer. Drumming is so yeah, literally you, Mike.
I'm an
Drumming
influencer.
is
What can I say?
so cool. It's like
Yeah.
right in my vibe. I just need to buy a
I-
drum set.
Mhm.
But yeah,
You can get like super cheap ones. Like the one you saw, the one I had back at home, right?
mhm.
Like my electric one. Yeah, we got that for one of my dad's coworkers. It was like 250 used and it worked like perfectly. But he said he got it for like 350, 400.
Wow.
You can get them like super cheap. If you know, and if like getting the actual like set is too much, you can always just get like the pads
Mhm.
without any of that, and that's like super cheap. Because then
Yeah.
you can like hook them all up and you just sit on your bed and play it.
It's so
But-
easy, like that's such a no-brainer because then you just get to practice like if
Yeah.
you're just starting out.
Yeah, you just get like permanent practice if you get the pads. But I don't know. Nothing beats like an actual like live action drum set.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just it's so different and it's so good.
Yeah.
Like damn.
But like live action drum sets, aren't they the normal?
Like in at like concerts and stuff, like for actual like big musicians and stuff, yeah, but there's a lot of like newer people like trying to get into it and stuff who just use electric sets because they're way cheaper than buying like an actual like real drum set.
Oh, I see.
So, like, there's a band. You've probably heard them. The ones that play on Garage B, like every night. The one here next to the dining
Who?
hall. I don't
know
know
their
who
name?
it is. I don't know who, but they're there like very often. Or they were last year. I've heard them a few times this year, but I don't know if it's the same band. They sound kind of different. But last year, the ones that were up there, they always had an electric drum set with them
Oh, really?
instead of like an actual drum set. Yeah, because especially for like smaller like groups, it's way easier to like transport and stuff. So,
True.
but I don't know.
Have you been on the drummer grind?
I don't have it with me here in my dorm, but whenever I go home, I do spend at least an hour a day on it. I love it. But when I went home over the weekend, last weekend, we're moving houses, so I didn't see it. It's probably packed up somewhere. That or my parents just sold it.
Yeah.
Love
That's
that.
like me going back home and realizing like my possessions are just somewhere in some
Exactly.
random storage unit.
Yeah, and you will likely never see them again.
Like I have some clothes like that I put in a box because like we were moving, and I really want them, but I have no idea where the fuck they are, and I don't. I
Yeah.
just need to like call up my dad and be like, "Yo,
Yeah.
where are my clothes at?"
Nah, yeah. I mean, but that's cool that you're into drums.
Mhm.
What have you like?
I've been playing guitar too,
Oh, that's big. That's big.
as you can see.
That's what, yeah, that's what my dad did as well in like high school and college. He was in I think a band in high school and he was the guitar. He played guitar and then in high school or in college he was the drummer. So
Sheesh.
Guitar is awesome.
yeah, I wish I knew how to play guitar because guitars it seems like such a cool instrument to play.
Like, let me just say, like, I'm by no means good at guitar at all. Like,
Yeah.
if you asked me to like play like a song, I would still like take like the chord switches. Like, it would take like 2 seconds, like for me to
Stairway
get
to
the
heaven
right
right
chord.
now, go.
I can't. I can't.
I don't know
Nah,
how
yeah.
anyone how you ever get used to like the way you have to hold the strings on that. Like, it just
Oh,
seems so unnatural. Like Brian
yeah.
has a guitar here. Sometimes I just pick it up to like play random stuff, and I
Mhm.
act like I'm doing things. But like, I don't know. It's just so unnatural the way that.
It just becomes like part of you, like muscle memory.
Yeah, it's like piano. You know, it's the same thing. It's just
Yeah, I'm a piano. You're not doing friggin' this.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess.
It's definitely difficult because there are like things called bar chords, and it's
Mm.
like where you have to push your whole index finger across all the strings,
Oh.
and then you like put the other ones ahead of it so you can like play a chord.
Hmm.
And those like gave me like finger indents, like
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
calluses. But that's part of it. That's part of the fun.
yeah, that's pretty cool though.
No pain, no gain.
True.
Real.
Any of you got any topics?
Um,
Yeah, we got a couple
just
lined up actually.
just real quick, I just got back from watching the newest episode of Survivor, season 45. It was a roller coaster. Let me tell you guys, this season's wild.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So, in the last episode, spoiler alert for anyone who has not watched the episode that was released on 11/8/2023, or the episode released on 11/1/2023. Spoiler alert, I'm done. Don't get mad at me.
Don't get mad at him.
Do
So
not get
so in so in last week's episode, every single person voted for one guy because they had just had the merge. So it was 12 votes on this one dude, and he plays his shot in the dark, which is like you roll a dice, or it's like a chance-based thing to whether you stay, and he stays. And then someone else gets voted out, obviously. And then in this episode, he gets voted out. But it was like
Aw.
this whole ass thing where the teams were the group was split up in two, and so there were two different eliminations. It was wild. It was absurd episode. It was very good. I enjoyed it very much.
That's crazy, bro.
So that's crazy, bro. Nah, that's real though.
What am I supposed to say about that?
I don't know. He's got a point.
At least I didn't say, oh, nice.
Bruh.
Well, now Larry getting called out.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool. I actually watched. So Damian Lillard, he's a focal point of our show. I think if anything,
Freaking-
he's what this show is really about,
Dude,
right?
what's going
And-
on with Damian Lillard is really shaking up the NBA right now.
I actually watched the Milwaukee Bucks game. I don't know who they played. Dude was like popping off.
No, like, actually, he's such a good player.
Ryan has never watched a basketball game in his
Like,
life.
the Trailblazers, now missing Damian Lillard, have, like, they're probably, like, C tier now. They're like
But
a
the
B
Milwaukee
plus,
Bucks-
A minus team, but, like,
Yeah.
Damian
But the
Lillard
Milwaukee
really kept
Bucks
them up
now
there.
with Damian Lillard, they're up there now.
actually, though, the Bucks are amazing now.
We love him.
Oh,
Yeah. Damian Lillard, if you want to come on our podcast, we would love to have you.
Actually, the rap that he made when he was leaving the Trailblazers and going to the Bucks, that
It
one
hits
actually
so
went
hard.
Wait, can you like recite like a line or
Yeah,
bar
do you
or
want
two?
to...
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to the Bucks.
That's a line.
I've blazed a trail.
Ooh.
Now that I'm on the Bucks, I'ma never fail.
Oh!
Okay, he rhymed bucks with bucks. I like
Just like
that.
walked away.
That was it? Was that the end of the press conference?
No, that was like the most potent lines from it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
True,
Yeah.
true, true. So, Aryan,
Yeah.
you put in the topics channel this like Reddit
Yes.
post, the symbolism in works. You want to talk about that one a little bit?
So I found a cool Reddit post.
Here, I'll send it
it
to
in here,
Larry.
into Larry.
Haha, I did it first.
Okay. Found this Reddit post where it's like this guy who is actually like a bit of a not like super prominent author, but he's like gotten some pretty big awards. Bruce McAllister. This dude, when he was a young chap at 16 years old, he sent out a survey to 150 well-known authors asking about symbolism in their works, and a lot of them actually respond. Half of them, 75 authors, responded.
That's a bit. Oh, 75 out of. I thought you meant like 75 of 100. No, okay, that's my bad.
Yeah. And so this article just goes over the responses about like. It actually doesn't get too deep into like the meaning of like what the authors are saying. It's just kind of informative. But I thought it has a few pictures of some of the authors' responses, and I thought they were interesting, the different ways they interpreted it. And some people were just like, no, like I don't even think about symbolism, while other people are like, isn't language all about symbols and symbolism? So everything is inherently symbolism, right?
Yeah.
So I just thought that was
True.
an interesting topic to bring up because, like, there's
Yeah.
the memes about English teachers like, wait, hold up, analyze
One,
this real
one
quick.
sentence in, guys. This
Yeah.
is the deepest thing ever.
The
Right.
blue door.
Yes, it means he must be sad.
Yes.
Exactly.
So like, I just want to bring it
Yeah.
up as a topic of like, what do y'all think about symbolism in works? Like, do you look deep into it? Do you try to analyze like?
I just.
Um.
Oh, you go.
Here, you can go. You can go.
Okay.
Please, our guest should have priority.
I think that like just the fact that multiple well-known authors write without like symbolism in mind, yet they use the same symbols that we recognize like in other like literature, that's just crazy because
True.
that to me implies that like this unconscious like drive for like you to use these like archetypes and symbols in your literature.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
pretty
Like-
interesting.
Yeah.
There's this term called synchronicity. Ring a bell?
Synchronicity.
Well, I saw that with the-
That's
is that
that's
the thing
from
with
that's
the-
from Baki.
With the freaking, if you have a lot of, what are they called, metronomes? You put them on a
No.
platform. You know what I'm saying? Are they
No.
synchronized?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's what sync. Okay.
Mike, don't even.
Synchronicity?
Larry knows what I'm talking about.
Synchronicity is the sensation that like whenever something happens that like a coincidence happens, it's a
Yeah.
sensation that it's more than just chance.
Hmm.
So like for instance, like have you ever like thought of someone that you haven't seen in a long time and then all of a sudden like they shoot you a text?
Yeah.
I thought you were just gonna end it at they should.
No.
Yeah. So there's actually a real world example that happened, and I read about this a while ago. So I might be getting some of it wrong. But there was an old merchant ship. This was back like 17, 16, 1800s. I'm not 100% sure. It was an old merchant ship that was carrying. It was fully loaded with barrels of nitroglycerin in like a liquid form. Because for it to become solid, it needs such extreme pressure. So really, back then, it was only used as like kind of oil, kind of for like lamps and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And this ship was traveling probably England to North America, whatever. And on the way, it got caught in this massive storm. Everyone was like, "We're gonna die," because it's still highly explosive. Anything happens, they're gonna blow up.
Yeah.
So they survive. Ship gets to port. They open the barrels.
Yeah.
Every barrel was solid nitroglycerin. When the pressure that is supposed to have caused it, they don't know how it happened, but
What?
it happened to every barrel, and across the world, it happened all over the place.
What? That's such
Wild.
a strange
So, like,
like thing to happen like
It
across
is.
the world.
It's completely weird, and it's completely like unexplained from what I
Yeah,
read.
you're saying nitroglycerin on the boat, in the barrels turn solid. They're also saying
Yes.
the nitroglycerin just like around the world turned solid.
Yeah, not like some didn't, some did.
Yeah.
Has this
yeah.
been like tested now?
Super
Do you
weird.
know?
What?
Like scientists have like tried.
I don't know. I read this article like 3-4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So I don't. I could be totally getting some of these details wrong, but I know that the stuff went from liquid to solid. Super weird. But yeah, that's like an example of like synchronicity, things just happening together.
Yeah.
You know?
That's crazy.
Thinking of someone, they show up. But in terms of like symbolism from like authors and stuff, a lot of the time I will look for it if it's from an author that I know uses like a lot of symbolism. Like right now, I'm reading like a Total War Warhammer book, and I know that the authors don't really use a lot of symbolism because it's kind of like a preteen teenager type
Right.
game environment thing. So I'm like, they're probably not going to use a lot of symbolism, especially not the author of the Gotrek and Felix series, which Aryan knows that I've been reading for a while. I know that this author doesn't really use a lot of symbolism, so I don't look for it. But if it's something like, that's a pumpkin, if it's something like Stephen King or like House of Leaves,
Yeah,
Oh, House of Leaves
Obviously
is a
I'm gonna look
crazy
for it.
one.
actually.
so holy,
Wait,
that's a
homie
that's
just
a
one
bigger
up to me.
pumpkin. Homie just got one
Sorry.
Oh
up.
my gosh.
That's wild. You might as well just leave the call now, Aryan.
Yeah, no, I mean,
For-
actually.
For the listeners, I just pulled out like a pumpkin.
An actual
Yeah.
pumpkin.
I showed them a stress ball pumpkin, and then Larry pulled up an actual pumpkin. Yeah, I get you, Mark.
I have an eggplant.
Wait, real? Yo, Mike, why are you pulling your pants down? What,
What the bro?
Whoa, okay.
Oh my
Yeah, this is actually my car buddy, Glenda.
Glenda the
Oh.
egg?
Not my penis. Like it's a eggplant squishmallow.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Oh, what about? Okay, another thing is. Wait, what even? Wait, what was my question to y'all that y'all answered? Oh,
it was the symbolism thing.
like y'all
About
look
the
for it
Reddit
and stuff?
post.
Oh.
I don't. It kind of, like I said, it kind of depends. Like there
Yeah.
are some times
Oh.
where I'm like looking deeper to like find it.
Mhm.
Just because I'm like I want, like especially if it's like a boring book,
Right.
like the one I just finished, which I'm not gonna name drop and give any hate to the author, but it does have potential as a series, but it wasn't my thing.
I think
Yeah.
that I don't typically look for symbolism. What? Are you okay?
What are you doing, Mike?
Oh my god!
Did your neck just like
so
cramp?
there was like pressure in the side of my neck here, so I went to like press and see what it is, and the freaking like something just moved like behind my esophagus. I was watching
What?
Survivor and my chest just started hurting.
Okay, Mike, you actually gotta like freaking see a doctor.
You
bro.
got like a face hugger like implanted
chilling.
their like seed in you,
Real.
dude.
Dude, I'm
An alien's
talking
gonna
to,
come out.
like, I'm talking to Mike every day, and like every day something happens where he's like, yeah, I got hurt, I hit my elbow, I sprained this, I did that, I'm getting a headache, my chest hurts. Literally every day something happens.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, when I got up to switch the lights on my light bar, I freaking slammed my knee into the corner of my desk here.
Bro.
Bro, you need some of those like baby pads, like foam
Yeah.
cushion things. You
Yeah,
put
I
on
need
corners.
to baby proof my room.
Okay, I don't,
They're gonna come for the room inspection. They're gonna be like, "Do you have a 1-year-old living with you? Where is it?" Like, no, it's just me. Sorry.
I have another question relating to this, which is like talking more about interpretation of works. Like how Larry brought up the blue door of like that's something that people
Blue means sad.
attribute symbolism to, but which like usually isn't
Yeah.
the case. Like, what are y'all's thoughts on trying like analyzing a text for a meaning which the author didn't intend? Like, do you think that's still valuable?
Yeah.
Or because it's okay.
I think that it doesn't have to be the author's intention for you to like find some meaning in it. Cuz like
Uh-huh.
if you're in a tough place in your life, like for example, if you're in a tough place in your life and you're reading this book that's about this kid that's also in a tough place in his life, you're going to pick up more like you're going to relate to him more and pick up more like symbolism if the author included it.
True.
But like just because it's your experience, and that may not have been like what the author intended. I can't really think of like
But then
an example.
Yeah.
one thing. Sorry.
Well, an example I was actually thinking of was the movie that we talked about actually not too long ago on the podcast, The Creator. I found a lot more meaning in that movie than the people I watched it with, because, and I talked about this with them, I felt like I was able to connect more to like the emotional side and like that feeling of like loss of a family member and how desperate you are, you'll do anything
Is
to
that
like.
the AI movie?
Yeah,
Okay,
that
yeah.
one. Yeah. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't.
I really enjoyed it, but I found a lot more meaning in that movie than any of them did. And when I looked it up, I couldn't really find anything from the creators about them having any of that meaning, but I still found that meaning in it.
Yeah.
So I think, and I've read stuff like from authors about this. They're like, what we think, you can look at it that way,
Yeah.
but you'll always find something more enjoyable if you're looking at it and finding the meaning in the ways that you want to find meaning in it. And I think that that's really like the best way to
Because
put
that's
it.
also where
then-
you get variety and different interpretations.
Yeah.
Which just
Exactly.
it just enhances the piece of like work you're reading or
Yeah.
looking at.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying though is like since. Yeah, you just said that you can look at a text and try to get the meaning that you want out of it. I'm paraphrasing, but then isn't it like if I have a certain viewpoint, I can read whatever text and try to connect random dots and be like, oh yeah, this is symbolizing whatever I want it to, or not
Okay.
whatever,
I mean,
right?
yes.
So like kind of just trying to like force the meaning that
Yeah.
you get from it.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could
that's
end
what
up
I'm
doing that, right? And then it's like,
True.
oh, well, the author didn't intend that, so it doesn't really matter what you think. And you
well,
can try to apply that
so-
to any text.
Well, remember the Lord of the Rings discussion me and Tom had like way long ago about like what he was like symbolizing, and I said it was like World War One, World War Two, and what did Tom say again?
Was it like a Christian thing?
It might have been like the Bible or
Yeah.
something. I don't know. Maybe something like
Yeah.
that. And we both found our own different meanings in
Yeah.
it, and we both enjoyed it for what it was because of those meanings, as
Mm-hmm.
well as obviously just it being amazing. So I think obviously there are cases in which it can be used maliciously,
Yeah.
like politicians or very prominent figures.
Yeah.
Like taking one word from here, one word from here, one word from and stringing it together to make them say something. But other than like those malicious instances, as long as the viewer themselves is able to glean the most meaning and enjoyment possible out of something, I think that like a lot of creators and like authors especially, that's really what they're going for, is to maximize the entertainment of the consumer.
Yeah,
But
that's right,
I
yeah.
think a good author or writer makes it to wherever he conveys his symbols in such an effective manner that there's no room for misinterpretation. Thoughts?
I think that
Because Breaking Bad has some like really good examples of not misinterpretation, symbolism.
Wait, what was one of them?
Do you know, Aryan? Do you remember the eyeball,
What's that?
like the toy eyeball from the teddy bear?
Oh yeah.
And you know how like Walter just like has it around him?
Uh-huh.
I think I wish I could fully remember, but I think the eye symbolizes his like innocence.
Because he's
think
bringing
that's-
around like that toy part with him.
Yeah, and it's like from a teddy bear, so it's gonna
Mhm.
like that kind of makes sense. And like later on in the show, I think he like crushes the eyeball, and that's whenever like
Oh.
I think that's like either right before or after he does this like really horrible thing.
Hmm.
And so I feel like that's a pretty cool one.
Okay.
I agree that like to be really good at it, you have to be able to do it in a way where they know that this is what it's intended to be, and I agree with that. But what about like The Old Man and the Sea? There are so many different interpretations of that book. Obviously, there are a few that are the most central, the ones that people like agree with the most. But there are still hundreds of thousands of different ways people have looked at this book. And Ernest
Yeah.
Hemingway is probably one of the greatest authors of all
I think
time.
you're right.
It
Because I didn't account
Like-
for the fact that just there's different forms of like storytelling. Like there are some really abstract movies I've watched to where you have to like really like think about what could possibly like
The
be
Lighthouse.
happening. Yeah, like The Lighthouse, those A24 movies that just like
Yeah.
are just
Yeah.
surreal and shit.
hmm
And then there's just like the movies like fucking I don't know, like Happy Gilmore. Like you know Adam
Yeah.
Sandler is like
Hmm.
he's the main guy, you got to root for him. Oh, he's angry all the time. What? Oh, now he's got to be
Yeah.
fixed. Just shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Like, there definitely are mediums where sometimes it's better to be as direct as possible, and sometimes it's better to be abstract. Because, like, and I know I always bring up One Piece, but it's something I was always fall back on because, like, I know it.
Yeah.
The characters symbolize something, and it's known that they symbolize these things. But then there's other shows, Naruto. Not Naruto. Naruto's pretty cut and dry.
Well, actually,
Maybe Bunk. Maybe yeah.
can I just
What's
bring
up?
up some? It's funny because I
No.
remember you brought up the Old Man and the Sea, and I remember reading Ernest Hemingway himself has said that there's nothing special about Old Man and the Sea, and so I've
Exactly.
just brought up the quote right now. This is in September 1952. Ernest Hemingway sent a letter to the Renaissance art specialist, and in the letter he commented on the lack of intentional symbolism. And so he says, there isn't any symbolism. The sea is the sea, the old man is the old man, the boy is a boy, and a fish is a fish. The sharks are all sharks, no better or no worse. All the symbolism that people say is poop.
Is
Yeah.
poop?
People are able.
I'm censoring.
No way. He said
I'm
poopy.
censoring. Here,
Damn.
Oh. Why? Wait.
no,
Why
let me
would
go back.
Ernest Hemingway say the symbolism is shit?
You know, it's interesting.
Yeah. No, so I mean, this is a case like I was talking about where like, if you can get more meaning out of it, it just enhances the work, even if it isn't
Yeah.
intended.
Mm-hmm.
And in this is the perfect example of them being so good that it means this exact thing. He has said explicitly that this is exactly what it
Right.
means, but people are still able to come up with other things. You know.
Yeah. I
You
cut you
got-
off though, Mike. You were like going to say something. Oh, wait.
I was gonna say like it depends on the writer too, because like if the writer is some like egotistical like guy who's like, hey, you need to see the meaning that I write. You need to
Yeah.
see it. All the other ones are bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, then you're gonna like be like, what? Why can't I just see this meaning?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah. I forget what I was gonna say. I know you said you were bringing it back to me.
Yeah.
Oh, the characters in One Piece, they symbolize Luffy, freedom; Zoro,
Mike,
loyalty.
don't bring up One Piece challenge.
Shut up. It's something that I can
Yeah.
reliably fall back on because I know so much about it. But then there's other shows. One I'm just spitting because, as far as I'm aware, none of the characters really symbolize anything major. Is Bungo Stray Dogs? It's a phenomenal show, but I think it's just there, kind of like to be a cool story. None of the characters really mean anything other than one of them ideals, maybe another one fatalism. That's really the only things I could think of. And it all depends really on what you're able to get out of
Yeah.
it, or what the author is able to tell you, and whether it enhances the material to take that at face value or to take it from another direction that you think would be better. You know,
Yeah, you're real.
so I know, but and then so a topic. Do you guys have anything else to say on this topic, or
Nah.
has it run its course?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay, here I'll gear the. So, something that my roommate and I, John, were talking about, like 2-3 weeks, probably like 2 weeks ago, was movie remakes, because they're remaking some movie, and I remember talking to you about it, Aryan, what movie it was, but now I've forgotten.
I forgot to.
But while we were talking about it, it was Harry Potter. They're remaking Harry Potter into a TV show.
Oh.
Yeah. like Disney is.
What?
Um,
Like animated?
this I don't know. This is just what John said. He could have been wrong. No hating on John. And I'm like, that's dumb. Why would they
Mm-hmm.
do that? And then he's like, what about Lord of the Rings? What if what about if they made a Lord of the Rings remake? And I'm like, would they ever make a Lord of the Rings remake? Because in my opinion, the Lord of the Rings trilogy it's one of the best done trilogies and movie series ever. I wasn't able to find a way where they could improve upon it.
Yeah.
Almost zero CGI other than like buildings like Minas Tirith and some other, big buildings like Isengard. But for the most part, purely natural, just footage. Almost everything in it is realistic. They used as few CGI in the battles as they could. Obviously, they had to use some. And it's, in my opinion, it's genuinely one of the most perfect movie series of all time.
Yeah.
But obviously people, 20, 30 years from now are going to think, wow, this is awful. The graphics are so bad. Everything looks so lame and fake, even though it's as real as it could be. So obviously they're going to remake it, 30, 40, 50 years in the future, 100 years. But
AI generated Lord of the Rings new trilogy.
yeah,
Bro.
exactly.
AI Studios.
So what I wanted to bring up with this topic was, one, are there any movies or series, like movie series or even like TV shows or anything that you think will, never need the remake, but obviously it will happen? Like for me, Lord of the Rings, I don't think it needs
Oh,
a
yeah.
remake. Obviously it'll happen eventually, and two, what you think about companies remaking all these movies, like Disney with, remaking Lion King,
Those are
remaking Little Mermaid. Okay, well, yeah. Well, that also could be because they're doing them live action, which, I mean,
No, I can get
you
into
know.
the. Once you finish your question, I can get into it.
Yeah. And then with, like... Well, now you've interrupted me, and I've forgotten my question.
Get them.
Answer the first part. If any you think don't deserve to stay as they are, forever, and they'll never be able to be successfully reproduced in an as successful or more successful way.
I mean, I didn't have examples lined up. I was just gonna get into when I think a remake is good or not. And so my main thing
Well, yeah.
is just if you have something to add to it. And that's why I said that the Lion King and the Little Mermaid and all that is not good, because all they're doing is they know the fan base and the popularity is so big, they just remake it live action, literally copying scene for scene, just changing it, and that's it. There's no nothing to it.
Yeah.
And they didn't even do it that well either.
It's kind of like in video games, it's like the difference between a remake game and a remaster.
Right.
We want remastered movies, movies
Yeah.
that add side plots or some shit, but still gets the
It
story.
still encapsulates the feel of
Yeah.
the original.
I thought a remaster was the one where they didn't do much, and the remake
Oh.
was where they did. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
So people have been doing remasters, which if you frame it in that way, right, then it's not bad, right? But
Yeah.
In that case, I think the new Disney live
the-
actions are remasters.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Definitely. Yeah, them saying remake, I don't think is
accurate.
correct.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. The technology is crazy and all that, but
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it's not a remake. And it's like with the Risk of Rain game, the new Risk of Rain game. They've explicitly, this is a remaster. We're simply improving it, making it better, and enhancing that is a remake because they're remaking the game in a better image. And unless you're going to and I mean, I don't know, maybe the Disney executives think they're making these movies better, because they don't know.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why they're saying remake. They're just dumb, but you should brand it as what it is, whether it's a remaster or a remake.
yeah. It's a
But,
really
Larry, do you have any
So
Yeah,
you said
you can go.
trilogies that don't need a remake.
It can be like a trilogy. It can be a standalone movie. It can be Harry Potter 8 movies. It can be anything really.
Um, I think I'd have to say like any of the Christopher Nolan Batman movies
True, dude. I thought about that. I thought Dark Knight first
don't
too.
need anything done to them. They're perfect. Like
That's fair.
Wrong.
it's like similar to like Lord of the Rings. Like Christopher Nolan tried to use like the least amount of CGI he could. It's like all practical, which adds to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Same like since you mentioned Christopher Nolan, Interstellar.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think Interstellar deserves to never be
Yeah.
For
remade.
sure.
Because I watched it over the summer when I was at work once. It was genuinely one of the best movies I've ever seen. It was phenomenal. But I don't know. And another one that I actually had just thought of, Princess Bride, like the original Princess Bride movie. That movie does what it intends to do perfectly because it's supposed to be a spoof on like the you know
Yeah.
oh the young love leaves and the heroine thinks he's dead and then he comes back but then he gets it does it amazingly. It's I hope that movie never gets remade, and it's been 40-50 years now since it came out. Maybe it never will, and I hope it doesn't because it's honestly an amazing movie.
To bring up an example of one, a case where people say the remake's actually better than the original, is John Carpenter's The Thing. If y'all know about that.
I never
Wait,
I
they
never
said
saw
the
either of
remake
those.
was better?
No, like John Carpenter's Thing is a remake.
Really?
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna
There's an
I'm gonna go get my water real quick. You guys keep
There's
talking
a
about that.
1950s like version, and then there's John Carpenter's version.
Is the 1950s just called Thing?
Uh, it's called The Thing from Another World.
Oh, wait, what? Damn. They got the same scenes, so apparently this one's like worse.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at the screenshot.
I mean, look, it's 1950. They couldn't really.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, since we're bringing up that topic, I'm just saying, like, that's an example of where remake was actually good.
Yeah. John
Okay.
Carpenter really popped off with the Thing.
No,
Did you know the
actually.
Thing it wasn't really acclaimed well when it first came out? Like people
Oh,
hated
really?
it. Yeah, it was only till later on like people were like, hold up.
Hold up,
This
it's
movie's
actually
heat. Yeah.
good. Bro. Yeah.
You mentioned like The Thing that was a
Yeah,
remake.
yeah.
What was it a remake of?
The Thing from Another World from 1950s.
Okay.
Oh, I guess this new Dune is a remake because there were
It
a lot
is,
of
yes.
previous Dune movies.
Oh, there
Yeah.
were?
I think this
Yeah.
is the only one that's really because from what I've seen, the older movies they tried to just get it all in like one
Yeah, I
or
think
two
so.
movies. This one's doing like a movie a book, and there's like 4 or 5, maybe 6
Mhm.
books. I'm not 100% sure, but
Oh.
and I think that's a good remake because it's expanding on the universe. It's giving the people more information on
Yeah.
like what's going on because they're like 2.5, 3 hour movies from what John and Debbie have been saying. And I think that's good. If you're adding content, like Aryan said earlier, then you should do
Right.
it.
If you have
But-
a reason to add to it, then like that's what makes
Yeah,
a remake better.
exactly.
I'd agree.
100%.
Apparently, Scarface is a remake.
What?
Yeah, The Fly. Wait, do you know The Fly?
Oh yeah, that's the guy.
No. Wait, do you mean like the 80s Scarface?
Yeah, the 1983 Scarface is a remake of a
That's a remake?
1932.
Oh, wow.
Wait,
Well, the James Bond movie, like the
True,
Daniel Craig one,
that'll be a
Casino
remake,
Royale,
too.
that's a remake of an earlier one. Yeah, and I think I would say that one's more of a remaster because it was kind of like it was a similar premise, like the whole casino aspect of it. That part was very similar. Obviously, the movie itself was different, with a different like ending,
Yeah.
villain priorities and stuff like that. But you know,
Yeah. I wanted to say this is funny.
but yeah, the Fly.
The
No, you were saying the Fly.
actually, yeah, not The Fly, but Scarface. I just said
Oh.
it's a remake, right? And it's a,
Hmm.
and we also said The Thing was a remake, and the director that made those original movies was the same director. Like the same,
Oh wow.
yeah, he made the original Scarface and The Thing from Another World. Then people remade his movies and said that
Oh
they're better.
my gosh.
That's cool. That's interesting.
That's
Yeah,
gotta
but
be
The
so
Fly is
sad.
crazy, bro. I was so young when I watched it. I was actually scared, bro.
Wait, did you watch the OG one or the 1986 one?
The '86 one.
How's the 86
That's
one?
cool.
I've the the 58 one was on Netflix.
Hmm.
So I just like checked it out.
I don't really remember much from like when I watched it because I was like, I don't know. I must have been in first grade or something, and I was just like scared of the way the guy looked.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I think it was good. People say it's better than the first one. So
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Ocean's 11 is a remake.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
What about video
Cool.
game remakes? What do you think are some really are there any examples of really bad video game remakes or remasters?
Overwatch 2.
True.
And I know that's not a remake. I know it's not. It was intended to be
A
a
sequel.
new game and
Yeah. So
evolution
you're
on
just
the
dogging
base
on
game,
it.
but yeah, because
I mean, true.
and I was actually I was watching this he mentioned this in a Red Shell video. He used to be this big Overwatch streamer, and he was going back reviewing some of his content because he hasn't played Overwatch in 2 years now, and he's like watching it, he was getting like sad and nostalgic, and he even said he remembers how fun it was when Overwatch was a game that didn't take itself seriously. It was so much more
True.
fun to play when it was a game that you can have fun playing it. It's not meant to be this super like
Right.
CS:GO. CS:GO is a game where it's like
Right.
focus. Overwatch was a game where it's like do whatever, play these wacky heroes. But then eventually, over time, it evolved into this game where it's like you take it seriously or you don't play, and that kind of peaked with Overwatch 2 coming out, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just sent y'all a link because you brought up Overwatch. That the Overwatch League is officially ending.
Oh shoot.
So it said
Yeah.
Blizzard.
Rip XQC. What's he gonna do now?
He can keep reacting to more Dora episodes.
Dora?
Blizzard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Mike sent me a clip of like he's
Yeah,
watching
I sent
Dora.
him a meme. XQC was he was straight up just watching
Yeah.
the
Oh,
Dora
like-
episode.
They're like, "Where's
Like
the
Dora the
apple?"
Explorer?
Yeah.
Where's
They're like, "Where's the apple?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"On the tree. On the tree. Are you dumb? On the tree."
yeah,
Oh,
it was
That's
really
so
funny.
brain rot. I can't.
Yeah. Bro went from like, one of the best Overwatch players, now he's just reacting to Dora in the dark in his room at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, but it's crazy though how badly Blizzard handled Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
Blizzard was the best, or Overwatch was the best thing that ever happened to Blizzard, and they destroyed it. Obviously, it took a while, and there were times post, the original release when it was the hottest game on the market, other than League of Legends,
Right.
because it's the most played video game of all time.
Don't
other than,
forget
like,
Dota
Tetris
2.
and Minecraft.
#1 most
No
played game
way.
on Steam.
True.
True. Well, hasn't it been Baldur's Gate for a while now?
I have no idea.
Or I mean, like
it
not
must have been for like
all time, like monthly.
Oh yeah, when it first the week it came out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I don't know. And then it's like with Hearthstone, obviously Hearthstone is
True.
amazing, but it'll never reach the peak that Overwatch was able to
Yeah.
reach. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Isn't Hearthstone pay
Also,
to win?
True. I mean, yeah.
Yes. Well, when I started playing it again, they gave me like free decks to use for like a
Yeah,
week or two.
they've made it a
You know,
lot more free to play friendly.
Oh, that's cool.
they definitely have. Yeah, a lot of the newer decks, it's a lot easier to get good cards. I think they might have changed like the rates in like card packs and stuff, as well as there's more ways to get
Okay.
gold. There's more quests.
Yeah.
There's like a battle pass now, and you don't have to buy anything to get
Oh,
the
that's good
rewards.
then.
To buy it, you get like cosmetics. You get card back
Mhm.
skins. You get hero portraits. The main rewards are packs and gold,
I support that.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
They've made it way better than what it used to be like 3-4 expansions
sure.
ago, when you had to just spend $70 to get even one or two meta decks that changed in 6-7 months. So, but a remake that I think did. I know you asked like bad, and I said Overwatch, but one I think was really good was, remember Dota
Oh
Auto Chess?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So I know it's not the same company that makes Dota, but the Riot Games
TFT.
Teamfight Tactics. It's the hottest auto battler on the market. You know, other than Hearthstone
Super
Battlegrounds,
auto hits, bro.
which really is kind of like exclusive to. Okay, be quiet. It's kind of exclusive to like Hearthstone players. Those are really the main people that play it. But TFT, it's
Yeah.
it's done really well, despite it not being the same original creator, but it's the same
Yeah.
premise.
One of my friends, or a
So.
couple of my friends, like have gotten like really addicted to TFT. Like it was,
Yeah.
it's bad, bro. Like those games, I played like a few rounds and I was like, I don't play League of Legends, like
Yeah, so you don't have
you
a
know me,
connection to,
Leeson.
Hmm.
So, but I played a few games. I was like, this game's like kind of fun. Like it's like super stimulating. Like, oh, they all attack.
Mhm.
Okay, now it's this guy's turn to
Yeah.
attack. Back and forth.
Yeah.
TFT has 33 million
Yeah.
monthly players.
Wow, what the?
Wow. What's League at?
103.
That's it.
103
No
million.
million.
Let me see. $180.
Damn.
Oh wait, it was 180 in 2022. 1 second.
Wow.
People are saying 130 mil right now. Dang, it dropped. But
Yeah.
Yeah. But I say TFT was 33. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens when League dies?
Well,
I don't
You
think
think
it will
League
for
will
a while.
honestly,
Really?
I don't think League is gonna die for a very long time. Like, look at Dota. It's not, as big as it
Mhm.
once was, but it's
True.
going. It's going so strong. And League, I think it's gonna be a very long time before League like
Completely dies. Yeah.
dies. Yeah.
Like unless they
Because
shut
there's
off the
always
servers,
gonna be
like,
people that are playing League. Oh yeah.
We got addicted people still playing it.
True.
Yeah, 100%. Unlike Mike, who has like 29 days on a specific game mode.
ARAM. ARAM.
Yeah.
ARAM, let's go, baby!
Oh wait, in CS:GO.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, CS:GO 2.
It's
is
out.
Larry, have you played that?
Yes.
I haven't played a comp game,
Mm.
cause like
I made it competitive.
I haven't had the time, yeah. But I played a few like death matches, and it's crazy, dude. It's like so
Like, wait, what
smooth.
changed? Oh.
So basically, they somehow managed to get the graphics like updated like 2 times quality, but like better performance.
Dang.
They like have crazy optimization tech, and that's like one of the biggest things. But also, they like redid like the whole ranking system,
Oh.
which is like also crazy because like you remember, you can't get out of silver.
No, I no.
It's impossible to get out of silver. I only got out of silver 1 time, and then
Yeah.
the next
Heck.
3 games I lost and deranked.
Bro. Yeah, no, you should be at least gold Nova something.
That's what I'm saying. And so I feel like I've heard that the ranking system is like way easier to like rank up and stuff. Like it's gonna be more balanced, so it's not just everybody's in the shithole silver tier,
Yeah.
while like the other 10% of people are spread across like the
Yeah.
rest.
No, actually, yeah. Not to keep ragging on Overwatch, but in Overwatch 2, it was like your rank only updates every 7 wins that you have, or
Dude,
every
that's
5
so
losses.
dumb.
Yeah, like there's no LP thing. There's no points. It's just like you
Mhm.
win 7 games, you just like go up or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just looked up my time spent playing League, and this is since season 11, was that last year or was that
Nah.
That was 8
2021?
years ago, buddy.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was 2021. So since 2021, so 2022, and then this year, how much time do you think I've spent playing League of Legends? According to wastedonleague.com.
Like,
400 hours.
no, bro, that's a low ball right there.
That's a low ball? Okay, wait.
That's got to be like, let me put it in days.
2K.
Yeah, like how many days? Not 2,000 days.
2K hours. Divide that by
2K hours. That's too high.
Like 1,100 hours.
You're very close. 1,173
Wow.
hours. 49 days.
How many
40
days?
days?
49 days.
In the last 2 years?
Last 2 years. Which, honestly,
Not that bad though.
that sounds kind of
Oh my
low.
God.
Well, it's because I didn't play it all. I didn't play it all over
Right.
the summer. So,
Wasting on LOL never works for me. Like, try putting me in, yeah.
really? 1 second. What are you again? Oh, you're awesome. Mario 1, 2, 3. It took me like a minute or two for mine to. Oh. No, it's just a gray
That's what I'm
screen
saying, I
for
don't
you.
know why.
Well, it might be because you haven't played in a while.
I guess. Larry,
I don't
have you
know.
been gaming these days? I don't see you like online much, I feel.
Nah, I'm not really
Yeah.
into gaming because like I'm so time stressed. I feel like
Hard.
I feel like I got time pulling me like in every direction and stretching me.
Yeah.
But
Like with classes
the
and
times
the
I
job.
did get um what's the Slay the Spire on mobile.
Oh!
I got it on my
Yeah.
phone, and so I've been playing that
Slay
hella.
the Spire.
Oh yeah, dude.
Goated.
You gotten a few wins, right?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
I just got it like last week.
Sheesh. Oh, who's your favorite character? Or like, have you played them much?
The third guy, the one with the
the
orbs.
defect?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Defect.
Okay.
Yeah, Defect was my favorite when I first
He's cool.
started.
But yeah, not much gaming,
Yeah.
and I can now discuss the big news that has happened.
What's that?
The big
It's
news.
neutral news. Okay?
Okay.
Oh.
I'm taking a
Oh, nice.
year gap from classes
Oh. Okay.
That's fair. That's
because
cool. Like,
Yeah.
why? What
so
reasoning?
essentially there were some financial issues with me like not getting financial aid this semester. And so
Yeah.
I literally got to pay that shit
Yeah.
off.
Sheesh.
And
Yeah,
also
that's fair.
a year of time to like further narrow down what I want to do,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like would help.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair, bro.
Yeah. I wanted to do a gap year between high school and college because I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do. So I definitely get that, like, wanting to narrow it down, but
Yeah.
that's big.
Sheesh.
Just like a year
So,
refrain.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your guys' thoughts on DMT?
Dude,
You
I've
guys heard
tried it.
anything about
That
DM?
stuff's that stuff's crazy. That stuff's crazy.
Did you see the elves? The entities?
Yeah, I saw the figures.
I'm seeing. I'm still seeing them.
Okay.
Wait, why? Did you try it?
No.
Oh, okay. Wait, is there a
But
street name for it, or is it just DMT?
it's dimethyltryptamine.
Mm.
That's the
Wait, is that where
Rip. Ha!
no.
Oh.
Oh.
Maybe
We were
maybe.
so hyped, and now we're
Oh,
just fucking.
maybe. But I think you're just tripping.
Damn.
Dimethyltryptamine.
Wow, that went hard.
But
Yeah,
the main reason I wanted to bring it up was I was reading this article about this new scientific study on DMT.
yeah.
Because do you guys know what it does? Or
No.
okay. So it's this
No.
it's called the tryptamine. But it's basically a psychedelic and the onset is it's only 7 to 12 minutes. The whole thing lasts.
Oh, okay.
And people experience breaking through. It's called breaking through. So normally the trip is done with eyes closed and they visualize themselves breaking through to the other side of reality and they meet these entities. And
Dang. Okay.
and people all across the world meet these same archetypes of entities. They meet elves, they meet tiny little tricksters. There's these crazy archetypes.
Yeah.
It goes back to the synchronicity thing I was talking about. But
Dang.
back to what I was saying, there has been studies going on to where they figured out how to inject DMT and create a trip that could theoretically last forever.
Wait,
In
sign me
real
up, bro.
time. And and the reasoning is to fuck, I forgot. I had an article pulled up, but I don't know where it went. But they're thinking that maybe if they can get in contact with these non-human intelligences that they're experiencing in their own head, there could be some wisdom they gain. And also DMT itself increases neuroplasticity in the brain.
Really?
So all the other areas in the brain kind of mesh together and are able to there's no structure between them. Your hierarchies, your preconceptions, they're all dissolved. And so you just have this kind of pure thoughts,
Yeah.
just crazy shit.
Dang.
So there are some medicinal purposes that they're also looking into.
That's crazy. You're talking about people have similar experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
When it
that's
gets so
wild.
crazy like that.
Yeah, there was this story that I heard, and it was about this one guy. There were these two guys. Okay, let's call them Bill and Joe.
All right.
Bill is this experienced DMT user. He uses it. He trips on the daily,
Oh yeah.
and so
Wait,
he's
I'm
kind
Bill.
of
You're talking about me.
yeah.
I'm
talking
Bill.
about you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he every time he goes into this other dimension, from his perspective, he sees this purple lady, and every time he sees her, he has this immense feeling of I know this person,
Huh.
this person loves me,
Yeah.
I've known this person for so long.
This just sounds like a parasocial relationship.
And
What do you mean Pokimane
Okay,
doesn't
okay.
know who I am? I've been a tier 3 sub for years.
Bro, let Bill spit.
so Bill brought over his friend Joe to try DMT for the first time.
Yeah.
And this Joe guy, he wasn't really told anything about Bill never discussed about the purple lady.
Mhm.
But Joe goes in to the other dimension, and after coming out and like getting back to lucidity,
Yeah.
he says that he saw a purple lady asking about where Bill was. Have you seen Bill?
What the
And it's
fuck?
like I miss him,
Dang, that's wild.
Yeah.
which obviously it's just a story that someone wrote or is telling,
Yeah.
but I think there could be some truth in it.
Dude, bro, psychedelics in general, like just the idea, concept of them, and that they exist is like insane.
Mhm.
I
It's
kind of want to try
crazy.
it though.
Did
These
you know?
dude, people these cavemen back in the days were probably just like eating random mushrooms and one day just like had the trip of their life and like boom, evolved.
Yeah. Like that unlocked
Yeah.
higher thought.
Mhm.
It did, yeah.
It's called the stoned ape theory.
Did you know?
It's a real thing.
Okay.
So, there's just like a little tidbit of
factoid.
information. During World War II, the Nazis basically invented meth, and that's why the Blitzkrieg strategy was so successful, because it allowed people to go like 2 days without sleeping. So they would fight. They would go in. They would like charge and just kill everything. They would get tired, and then the like doctors and surgeons would just hype them up so far on meth that they could go another like day
Dude.
and a half. And then they would crash for like 3 days, but there were so many people that they were just able to sustain that for months and years. That's why Poland and France
You
fell
know
so
Hitler
quickly.
also like did methamphetamine? Like he would just do
Yeah.
that shit.
So Aryan knows this. There's a podcast I listen to called Real Dictators. It's a phenomenal podcast. It's by Noiser. You can find it on Spotify, Apple playlist. You can find it anywhere you find playlists. And they've done like a 20, 30 part like series on Hitler, and it's fascinating learning about all these things, like his crazy like wing nut job doctor who would just fucking hype him up on meth constantly whenever he felt down. It's so fascinating.
That's crazy that like
But
all the allies were fighting just a bunch of like tweaking like soldiers like off meth.
yeah.
Like and they
Yeah.
won.
Yeah. Well, you ever seen that video of the dude like running down the highway at like 40
Yeah.
miles an
Yeah.
hour, just naked, bro? It's people on meth have like superpowers. It's insane. They like transcend the limits of the
They
normal
removed their
physical
emitter,
body.
like Saitama.
It's yeah, like Might Guy in Naruto when he opened the 8 gates of
What?
death to beat Madara
Exactly.
Uchiha. Wow. Guys, I think Naruto symbolizes methamphetamine.
True.
Wait,
I've
actually,
solved it.
True, that's some symbolism there.
Yeah. I
It
think,
is.
I think
Damn, I'm good
the
at this.
author intended that for sure.
I think so too.
No, that's crazy though.
But that's even if that isn't like, even if that did like actually like,
Bro.
yikes, that story you were talking, Larry, if even like that not happening and that being like theoretical, people see it having like the same experiences.
Yeah.
That's wild, because like with almost every other drug, everyone has their own experience with it, like even like weed.
There's definitely some like interconnectivity shit that I believe that has to be happening.
Yeah, there
Like
definitely
something
is.
external,
Yeah.
or just something that remains constant outside of like our reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But who's to know? Not me. Maybe if I try DMT one day,
Not
it'll be
Larry.
me.
Yeah.
I'll call you guys. I'll be like,
Maybe.
dude, I just saw the purple lady.
I just saw the purple lady.
I'm just manifesting that shit for when I eventually
Yeah.
try it.
Yeah.
Cheating.
How long? Like I kind of be down to try a psychedelic.
Dude, you totally should. I
Like,
fuck with
it's actually-
psychedelics heavy.
It just like it sounds. Life is about experiences.
Yeah.
You gotta
nice.
experience.
I agree.
know?
Just
Yeah.
know if any of your family has schizophrenia. And if they do, don't do psychedelics.
Okay,
Because psychedelics can like awaken your schizophrenia that's latent.
Aryan, don't do
don't do
schizophrenia.
Not planning on it.
Aryan, don't do the hard drugs.
Yo, Larry, are you blazing up right now?
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
What the, that's
No,
a
I
beanie.
just thought that you're. I just.
Oh, that was an incense.
Oh. Okay.
Bro, I
But
be
I do
seeing
have
these
this.
like
It's a
holy,
contraption.
That's high tech.
The gravity bong.
I be
Water pipe.
I be seeing people with these like incense like fountains where you put like
Oh, the
little
cone,
knob
yeah.
on it. Yeah, dude, those look so fire.
What are y'all talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, like incense, like you burn it and smells good and whatever. It's got like
Right.
properties and stuff like that. I don't know exactly, but like there are these like
Mhm.
fountains, I guess, where you light the cone thing on fire, and the smoke, since it's heavier than air, it like falls down the like
Yeah, it's
path
like a
of
waterfall
the...
with incense.
Sheesh.
Like a zen
Yeah, they look
piece.
so cool.
Like
Yeah, that looks so sick. I would love to get one of them, but I just don't got a lot of room on in my
yeah.
room,
You and
I guess.
so
yeah.
you're on campus in Neptune?
Yeah. No, I'm in Hercules. I'm in the I'm in the like
Oh,
apartment
that's cool.
ones in Hercules. Yeah, it's super nice. Yeah, my room this year is actually bigger than the Lake Claire
Oh, yeah.
rooms.
If you're in the apartment ones?
Yeah, like yeah, it's the same like layout, but it's just a bigger
Nice.
apartment.
Upgrades.
I guess it's really nice. Yeah, I go from sharing a room with one person and sharing a bathroom with 4 people to my own room, and I share a bathroom with John. It's kind of nice. I
Wow,
like it.
that's crazy, man.
But
So Aryan, like, you live
Yeah.
in prison? What is this?
yeah,
Like,
he
bro,
does
once I
basically.
got to the DMT and started seeing things, like, they couldn't let me free.
They had to
The
put him
CIA
away.
I'm
kidnapped
actually
you.
SCP-124.
Oh shit.
Dang. Ooh, I actually, I've been talking about this with Aryan. I found this YouTube channel. I think it's like SCP Explained, where they do like animated, like video stories
Oh.
of different SCPs. It's actually
I've seen
so
theirs.
cool.
Have you seen the SCP-5000? The suit?
Yeah, I
I
remember you sent me
haven't.
that later. I watched
I've
that.
been
It
going.
was cool.
I've been going down the Shy Guy rabbit hole that they have. I think it's
Yeah.
SCP-96. It's actually like super cool. I really
That
enjoy
guy's
it.
awesome. SCP. Have you like seen the
Yeah.
SCP Illustrated guy too?
I haven't. No.
Yeah,
Is that just
it's
like what his channel's
SCP
called?
Illustrated, and he does all the art for his videos.
Oh. Oh, this seems cool.
Pretty cool stuff. I gotta use the restroom real quick.
Huh.
So you guys,
Oh, yeah, you're
chat.
good. Let me add that to watch later. Oh, my.
Bro, it's been a good 1 hour and 18 minutes.
Yeah, it's been a longer episode. So, I had you put this in the channel, EV designs, like electric vehicle designs. So, when I was home, we saw like an EV, I think it was a Buick. It was ugly.
Oh.
And I know it was an EV because on the back it was like
Yeah.
hybrid or whatever the hell it said. They had like a bumper sticker or what. They be making these like electric vehicle designs just not good. Like I don't know. The only electric vehicles that I like are like Teslas. There's like so many. They go over the top trying to make it obvious that it's an
True.
electric vehicle, and it doesn't look good. Like this, I literally just googled EV designs and went to images. Like you look through these, sure they're cool, they're futuristic, they're fancy and all that, but like they don't
Yeah,
look
I mean,
good.
these are all concepts.
They
though.
just look. Well, not all of them. Like some of these are like
Oh, yeah.
actual cars that exist right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true though. They always
Um,
try to put a futuristic angle on them.
yeah, because
It's
it's
like
electric. Oh, this is the future. But it's like, just make it look like a normal car, you know? Like, especially this BMW one. BMW all electric vehicles. Let me see if I can pull this up. It's literally the entire. It just looks bad. Here, let me send you the website. Like, they just don't look that good. They make the grill too big, and it's just like not attractive in my opinion. It just looks
oh, that. I mean,
weird, you know.
yeah. Oh, I get what you're
Like
saying.
this
Yeah.
literally this top blue one where it's like two
I mean,
big
that's
ass
just like
nostrils.
a BMW design,
you know?
mainly. But yeah.
I mean,
it
yeah,
is
I guess,
exactly
but
how it
even
is.
still,
All right, I'm back.
yeah.
You know, we're talking about how
I
freaking
don't know.
terrible electric
Welcome
vehicles
back.
look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's that like the first link I sent there in the chat. It just like I get it. They're kind of like cool seeing like the futuristic vehicles and all that type of stuff, but at the same time it's like it's too
Yeah,
much.
I don't see why they gotta do
know?
all this futuristic looking shit.
Exactly. They're going like over the top. Like Tesla did it so well because they made it simplistic, but in a way where you know this is an electric vehicle. Whereas all of these cars are going like, oh, it's got to have freaking RGB backlighting in the grill in the front, even though the grill doesn't do anything. You know, it's just
What are you guys?
I don't know. I just don't
Oh
like
wait,
it.
sorry.
Yeah, what was that?
I was
Nah,
gonna be like,
you're
what are your
good.
guys' thoughts
Well,
on
well-
Kia Souls?
I'll
Have
pull
you guys
that up.
seen them?
Kia
They're-
Soul.
Kia Soul.
They're very noticeable.
Oh, these box looking one.
Yeah. Do you think they look good?
No.
So my dad's like really good friend Stuart, who lives in Atlanta. He has one like an older model of these. I don't know if it is a Kia Soul.
Yeah.
It's like the box car, you know. And I like that car. It's not an attractive car, but it does what it's supposed to do well. These, I don't want an electric vehicle that is ugly, as well as being
True.
ugly because it's electric. You know, I don't like the Kia Soul. I think it's an awful design on a car. Mostly it's the front. You know, the car itself, sure, it looks fine. You know, it looks like a car. But I just don't. No, I don't like it. But that might just be me. What are y'all's dream cars? And it can literally just be like, I don't know, Corvette. You know, it doesn't have to be specific. But unless you have a specific answer in mind.
I think an Audi R8.
Cool. Thanks for playing along.
Audi R8.
Yo.
Audi R8. And they're
Yeah, my
so
brother
beautiful.
always memes.
They're such nice
He's
cars.
like, oh yeah, I got the Audi R8 coming in next week. I got the red one. Or I'm like, oh bro, I thought you were getting a Ferrari. And he's like, I don't know, I was between Ferrari, Bugatti, but then our Audi R8 popped up. We're like, no,
Yeah,
Audi
that's
R8
real.
does look crazy though.
Yeah. I've always been a big fan
Oh,
of the McLaren.
yeah.
I think McLarens are. I think they look so good.
That's true.
As well as this new Corvette that came out this year, the 20, or it might not be 2023 Corvette. Yeah, the 2023
Oh, wow.
Corvette is gorgeous, especially the red. Oh my god, that's a beautiful car. It
Yeah.
looks so good. But also, just like old cars are so nice, you know? Like, obviously not like, you know, the T series.
The Ford
whatever
Model
hell it
T.
is. Yeah, that one. But like, you know, like a muscle car
Oh, yeah.
from like the 80s, you know? I think it's such a cool car. I just really like those. But I don't know. Dream car would definitely either be like a
I think
McLaren or
in
a Corvette. What about you, Aryan?
Yeah,
Surely you have thoughts on
I
this matter.
literally told you I don't have a dream car.
Aaron, you have to
Alright.
answer.
Hold up. Yeah.
Aaron, just look up a car. Aaron
Bro,
doesn't
I
even
know
know
what
the names
cars
of
are.
cars.
Aryan knows he knows Beamers.
The Beamers, the Bugattis, the Ferraris, the McLarens, the Audi R8s, the whips.
The whips.
My thing is like,
He knows so much about cars. If he
you
tries,
don't want to get
it'll
me
be over
you
our
don't want to get
heads.
me too into it.
Oh, cause you'll like never stop talking.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold up, I just found it. Hold up. Wait, this
Just like
one
Aryan
goes
normally
crazy.
in the podcast.
Ah, yes.
I could
Yeah,
see you
the-
driving this.
The bubble cars from the 1960s.
It's like some Meet the
Holy
Robinsons
guac.
type car,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. Damn, that was big. Actually, no, it's not.
What about motorcycles? Would you guys ever like buy a motorcycle?
Yes,
Ah,
I love
What do you think?
motorcycles. I think they're
Like
so
Harley
cool.
Davidsons
Not
or
like-
like sports bikes?
No, definitely like a Harley. I don't like the
Okay,
like motorcycles. I like a nice
Oh, yeah,
deep
that
like
growl, the
hardy.
purr.
Mike's the one that
um,
just wants to be
Hard,
loud and annoying.
yeah. Oh, it's so nice. What? No, the freaking race bikes are louder, fool. And it doesn't even have to be loud, you know. But yeah, a nice like Harley, that'd be good. I've always wanted to have a motorcycle, but
Mhm.
they're dangerous.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was
So.
gonna say. Is like, okay, also, you can't have, or I mean, you can't, but like having a car as your main transportation is just so much more convenient. Right?
True.
I mean, you have like a trunk
Yeah.
to start with, right? Like you're trying to transport
Yeah.
people and driving this. and
Well,
that,
that's what a lot of like motorcycle owners do. They have like a motorcycle for
I
when
mean,
it's only
yeah.
them and they're going on a joyride or something like that. Or there was a lady who lived in JCP
The
that
one I
had
just
that
said?
car.
no way.
What?
Yeah. Swear to God. Swear to God. I used to see her all the time up at JCP. But and then they have like a car for like, car purposes. That's what
but
a lot of
then, I
motorcycle
mean,
owners do.
Look, if you can afford that and
So.
you're good to deal with that, that's cool. But that's just an entire another vehicle you have to maintain
Yeah.
now.
True.
Okay.
Like, I mean, look, don't get me wrong, it's cool.
Maintenance on vehicles isn't
Right.
difficult. Take it to get an oil change or learn how to do it yourself. Make sure you keep up with putting oil in. Make sure you keep up with
No,
putting
I'm not
coolant
saying
in.
it's that
It's
bad.
easy.
It's just another thing now. Like, I'm sure it's fun and
I mean,
like
yeah.
ride and all.
I mean, it's probably worse than having two cars.
True.
Yeah.
Because motorcycles are smaller, they're easier to deal with. Having two cars, it's probably more expensive. You have to do it more often because you're using it more. And if a motorcycle, you just take it out once or twice on the weekends and ride it for an hour. But I don't know. I just thought having a motorcycle would be super cool. But do you have anyone have anything else they want to be talking about or no?
Not particularly.
If you wanna...
Do you guys just want to chat about middle school?
What? That's a throwback.
Bro,
Wait, you got
Middle
something
school was so good.
specifically about it?
I miss it.
Yeah, like, do you guys remember whenever we had the idea of the cool kids?
Oh yeah. Oh my god. I mean, Mike is a cool kid. Actually,
Yeah,
true.
Mike, explain.
true.
You like playing Fortnite and listening to rap?
Bro, come on. I know.
I've played
No rap.
Fortnite. I've played Fortnite for maybe an hour, and I was in custom games with
Mike,
Debbie
you're
and
playing
John.
Fortnite right now. What are you talking about? I see you dropping
My
it,
hands
Dusty.
are in the camera. Oh yeah, Fortnite Season 1 came
Yeah,
back
they reached
this
the
week. That's
all-time
pretty
peak
hype.
of players. What was that, Mike? Like 60 mil?
I don't.
Oh, I thought I
You
said you
calling
were
me
like.
out. I don't know.
I thought I said you were like.
No, you didn't.
Like 60 mil concurrent players?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like when that
That's
new
wild.
update
That's a
dropped, or
lot.
the chapter 1 stuff and all that.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is this like recent or like when they first
Oh,
dropped
That's
chapter
wild.
it was
1?
44 mil.
No, it was like a
Not
week or
even,
two
yeah,
Crazy.
like
ago.
if you,
Not even a week or
yeah.
two ago. I think it was last week.
Yeah, they reached 44 mil in one day.
They
That's
know what
so
they're
big.
doing.
That's TFT. That's more than TFT monthly players.
I feel like
Yeah,
Fortnite's
I don't
actually
know.
uh, like I never see people complaining that they're going like a wrong direction with it, or it's like this or that. Like it's always popular. People
Yeah.
always like playing it.
Well,
And,
the one complaint I do
yeah,
see from some people, I don't know if they're, Fortnite players or if it's like they're adding so
that's true.
many different like characters and
Yeah,
universes to it. That's really the only complaint I
I don't see a
see.
problem with that.
But I feel I feel like a lot of the times those complaints are from people being like,
right.
"No, this is my community. You can't add it to
Yeah, yeah.
Fortnite." Like when they
Yeah.
added
Like they
Naruto to
did.
Fortnite, it was all the fucking Naruto weebs being like, "Meh."
I think it's funny.
I don't know. That's really the only complaint I see about it. But I think Fortnite is really like, it's not my type of game. Um, I don't really play it. I didn't enjoy it. But I think that Fortnite's definitely like a
Oh yeah.
generation defining game, like
I
League
think
was
it's
when it
funny how you
came
can
out.
play as like Travis Scott
So
and like fight
Yes.
Goku and like
yeah,
Ariana Grande comes
Travis
out.
Scott knocking Goku while Darth Vader stands
Fortnite
flossing in the
doing those
background.
like in-game concerts, or like with the like the
Oh,
end game
that's so
crossover and stuff is
wild, bro.
actually crazy
Dude,
cool though.
the
Yeah,
Travis
that
Scott
stuff is so
concert in
cool.
Fortnite was like crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's so sad. People can't get
It's not
trampled to death in
realistic.
those. Like, what the hell?
It's just in
What's
Fortnite.
yeah? What's the point at the? Well, wow. Yeah. Damn. Oh, I do have one more thing that I want to talk about quickly. So there's this. I mentioned it earlier in their episode. There's this Warhammer, Total War Warhammer series that I've been reading for a while now. It's the Gotrek and Felix series. Gotrek is a slayer. He's like sworn that he will find his death in battle somewhere, and Felix is his rememberer. He's gonna like write the story of what happened. And I'm like I'm on the fifth omnibus now. Each omnibus is like I don't know 1,000, 1,200 pages, but I haven't been able to find the fifth one anywhere. It is not in paperback on Amazon, freaking eBay, Craigslist, anywhere. Even the freaking Harvard Library doesn't have it on
Yeah.
in paperback. And so for the longest time, I was holding out, thinking, "Oh, they'll start printing it again." Because I see on everywhere people are like, I say everywhere, like within Warhammer community stuff, people are like, "Why aren't they?
Yeah.
Why can't I find this anymore?" And eventually, I'm like, "Whatever, I'll
Yeah.
wait like a year or whatever." And I've been waiting like a year and a half now. Still hasn't come out. So I honestly think they've just not
Bro.
printed any more of them. So I finally caved and bought it
Yeah.
on Amazon Kindle so I can read it on my phone. This is a game changer. The reason I didn't do it for so long was because I love having the physical copy of books. I love holding it. I love feeling the weight. I love seeing the progress as I flip through the pages. I love smelling the
Real.
inside of the book, getting that
Actually.
nice book smell. And that's why I was holding out for so long. But eventually, I just bought it on Kindle. I really enjoy it. Because as I'm scrolling through, it tells me, you guys probably
you have
can't
a
see,
Kindle?
but
Oh,
down
it's your
here
phone.
it tells me,
Oh.
no, this is my phone. Yeah, I just have the Kindle Amazon app. It tells me my percentage of how far
Yeah.
I am in the specific chapter I'm in. It tells me the percent
Right.
of how far I'm done in the book. If I want, I can set it on a mode to where it like learns my reading speed as I'm reading the book, and eventually I can set it on a mode
Wait,
so that it can
what?
flip the pages for me as I'm reading it. it's really good. I really enjoy it, and especially I can get in bed like after recording this podcast or whatever, and I
Yeah.
can read lights off. I can turn down the brightness on my phone
Yeah.
so that I'm ready to go to bed, and then read 100, 200 pages, and then I'm like,
That's
okay,
fine.
maybe it's time to go to bed. I switch to a YouTube video, and I'm asleep in
Yeah.
5 minutes, and it's great because I'm
Yeah, you can read in the dark. That's
I'm
cool.
reading. You know? Exactly. And it's so much easier carrying around this than carrying around a freaking 5 pound, 1,200
Right.
page book in my backpack all the time. it's it's really good. I really enjoy it. Obviously, it's not the same as, the physical copy. And I think it'll probably take me a while to really find them to be equivalent. If not, maybe eventually the phone one being better. But I genuinely
Nice.
enjoy it. I really
You think
do.
down the line you might get a Kindle? You think it's even worth?
I think it is if you're a really big reader. So like you you remember like the bookshelf I had at my house,
Yeah.
right? Like the big wooden one that was in my room, Larry. So there was a point where that entire thing was covered in books. I didn't have enough
Holy
space to
shit.
buy new books, right? But it's like with this, I think if you read an extreme amount, like
Yeah.
you finish a book a week, I think that a Kindle is
yeah.
an amazing purchase. It saves space. Buying it online is cheaper. It's easier to carry around. It's better for your eyes, especially late at night. If you're up at like 1, 2 in the morning, you can't put the book down. You don't have to
True.
have your bedroom light on. You can put on night mode on your phone and it'll be comfortable light for your eyes. That's
Yeah.
healthier for you and is better for your vision. I think that if you're really big into reading and you don't mind the transition of the medium of book to phone, I think it's an amazing purchase. And I don't know, I genuinely might get one day, but I don't know.
I've been on my reading grind a little bit.
Who knows?
What'd
I've
you
been
read?
reading this book called
Yeah.
Reality is Not What It Seems, and it's this book about quantum physics.
Okay,
The journey to quantum
that's cool.
gravity. And
Is it
like,
like a history thing?
yeah,
That sounds
it like
cool.
starts from like the very like the origin, like in like ancient Roman philosophers.
When Newton invented
No.
gravity.
Well, yeah, it covers Isaac
Ah,
and how he's
damn.
like wrong actually.
Oh.
Quantum like physics
Hello.
says that
Damn.
Isaac,
Hello.
Homie's
Newton's
catching
wrong.
strays 500
Yeah.
years in the future.
Yeah.
But it's some cool
Newtonian
stuff.
mechanics, dubious
Damn.
simplification.
Cause like, who's to say that objects exist when they're not being perceived?
But there was like a study earlier this year that actually confirmed that. Where
I
it was
believe
like
it.
if it was like
What did they
no,
did
if
they
like
exist?
I mean I don't know, I'm not a physicist here, but it was saying something like
Whoa,
right,
why do
I
we have
thought
you
I
on the
was the
podcast
resident
then? Come on.
physicist.
He's a nerd.
Yeah. But there was a study that confirmed that if something's not being observed or like, isn't interacting or with the world or whatever,
Mhm.
it actually doesn't exist.
That's crazy. I need to.
Well, yeah. If it's not interacting with anything,
Well, look,
then
I don't know the full extent. I'm just saying, like, whatever Lara was talking about, like,
No,
yeah.
but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
It's like the if a tree falls and no
Yeah,
one
that's, like,
sees it, you know
wild.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Did it really
Yeah.
fall?
Right.
Did it really fall? Yeah. Well, it's whenever people bring up like stuff like that, I always think of when people were first trying to figure out what light was,
Right.
whether it was like a wave or a particle, and people did it in like separate instances,
Oh, yeah, the
and they
tinfoil
got
experiment.
different results. Like there
Yeah.
were, yeah. Where one time it was a
Yeah.
wave, another
'cause
time it
it's
was
weird.
like a particle. It's
See,
yeah, it's super
that
weird
one
stuff like that.
experiment got me like thinking. I was like, if this is real, if this is actually,
Yeah.
if this is
This
actually
is Larry's
real,
gaining
like whenever you're
consciousness
not
moment.
observing particles, they act differently. That's just big. That's like crazy
Yeah.
No,
for
that is.
reality. Got me thinking. And
Yeah.
this book,
It's like, dang, maybe Sam was right when he was saying it's all a
Well.
simulation. Like, how do I know
No, I
my
got you. I
background
can
is
see it.
actually rendered
Yeah, no, I'm
IRL,
rendering
and
it
it's
for
not
you,
just
yeah.
a reflection from? Well, maybe it's the camera itself that it knows what's supposed to be back there, so it's rendered on the camera but not IRL.
Dang. You're saying
Yeah.
like it's only
You know?
rendered for
Or the
us in
other side of my
Discord?
door.
Well, yeah, the camera's rendering it.
Yeah,
Because it's
but
tech.
because no one because no, it's rendered like on the computer, but
Oh, yeah.
IRL it doesn't
Yeah, I mean, that's
exist.
true. That's true.
Yeah, like the other side of my door doesn't exist. John doesn't exist.
Can we say that other people don't exist, though?
I don't have proof
From
that
our
you're
own
Yes.
perspective?
Because
Yeah, true.
yeah. If I don't see you, you're
Well,
not.
you're
There's
real
no
because
real, right?
I'm
don't-
in
you're
your
not
head.
real.
I am in your memories.
Women,
I'm in
women
your
aren't
memories.
real.
I'm real.
Boom.
If I don't see you, you're just a
I'm in your
voice
walls.
my
I'm in your
head.
walls. I'm in your walls. I'm in your walls. Exactly. See, Aryan, Aryan be out here being like, Mike, the voices. That's not okay. Aryan just proved how the voices are okay. It's just the people that haven't been
No, but the
rendered
thing
yet
is,
in
you're
my
just
brain.
creating people. My voices are just y'all
No,
that I
well,
don't see.
no.
Your voices are literally like voices. They're the purple lady, but in your
Boy.
mind.
Yeah, maybe Mike
Yeah,
doesn't
No,
need
no.
the
Mike, that's
DMT
just
to
called
talk to the purple lady.
psychosis.
No.
Shoot.
Ah, nuts.
Mike's psychosis arc when?
God, drat. Sorry, happening. Sag.
I was doing a good an hour 41 minutes so far.
Yeah, it has. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for watching this episode of the Two Nerds Talk podcast, and thank you very much
For
to
joining
Larry
us.
for, hanging out with us for
It's a
this
pleasure
long.
to
It
be
was
Check
a
out his
very
YouTube
enjoyable
channel,
experience.
Larry Lobster 318. I spoiled it a little bit.
It's a banger. You'll find high quality content.
Funny memes. Funny memes.
And
Yep.
yeah,
White people be like,
hilarious.
Check
The
out my Hey
funniest
Guys anthology.
white people.
yo!
Guys, and always remember to check
I
out his
unlisted
bicycle
that
race,
one
but it's
actually because I
weird.
was
No.
so embarrassed.
No. I mean, yeah, that's fair. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
Episode 10, actually, I think it is. Thank y'all very much for giving us views and subscribing and giving us the support
sure.
to keep going this long. We hope to keep going for a lot longer. And Larry, do you have any
No,
final words
it was
to
wonderful
say?
to
Or
be here. Thank you guys for having me on.
You're very welcome. We will see you guys in the next episode. Remember to catch us
True.
Fridays at 5 p.m. Toodles, have a great day, and always remembered that you guys are
Later.
loved. See you guys later. Bye-bye.